The Philippine peso, also referred to by its Filipino name piso, is the official currency of the Philippines. It is subdivided into 100 centavos or centimos in Filipino. As a former colony of the United States, the country used English on its currency, with the word peso appearing on notes and coinage until 1967. Since the adoption of the usage of the Filipino language on banknotes and coins, the term piso is now used. The Philippine peso sign is denoted by the symbol introduced under American rule in place of the original peso sign, dollar, used throughout Spanish America. Alternative symbols used are PHP, 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 or just P. The monetary policy of the Philippines is conducted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, established on 3 July 1993 as its central bank. It produces the country's banknotes and coins at its security plant complex, which is set to move to the new Clark City in Capas, Tarlac. The Philippine peso is derived from the Spanish peso or pieces of 8 brought over in large quantities from Spanish America by the Manila galleons of the 16th to 19th centuries. From the same Spanish peso or dollar is derived the various pesos of Spanish America, the dollars of the US and Hong Kong, as well as the Chinese yuan and the Japanese yen. The trade the pre-colonial tribes of what is now the Philippines did among themselves with its many types of pre-Hispanic kingdoms and with traders from the neighboring islands was conducted through barter. The inconvenience of barter, however, later led to the use of some objects as a medium of exchange. Gold, which was plentiful in many parts of the islands, invariably found its way into these objects that included the pilonquitos, small bead-like gold bits considered by the local numismatists as the earliest coin of the ancient peoples of the Philippines, and gold barter rings. The original silver currency unit was the rupiah or rupiah, brought over by trade with India and Indonesia. Two native Tagalog words for money which survive today in Filipino were salapi and possibly pera. Salapi is thought to be from Isa. Pera is thought to be from Malay perek, which also has a direct cognate or adaptation in Tagalog, Filipino as pilak. The Spanish dollar or silver peso worth 8 reals was first introduced by the Magellan expedition of 1521 and brought in large quantities after the 1565 conquest of the Philippines by Miguel López de Legazpi. The local salapi continued under Spanish rule as a tostin or half peso coin. Additionally, Spanish gold onzas or 8 escudo coins were also introduced with identical weight to the Spanish dollar but valued at 16 silver pesos. The earliest silver coins brought in by the galleons from Mexico and other Spanish-American colonies were in the form of roughly cut cobs or macuquinas. These coins usually bore a cross on one side and the Spanish royal coat of arms on the other. These crudely made coins were subsequently replaced by machine-minted coins called columnarios. Fractional currency was supplied by cutting the Spanish dollar coin, most commonly into 8 wedges each worth 1 Spanish real. Locally produced crude copper or bronze coins called cuartos or barrelas were also struck in the Philippines by order of the Spanish government, with 20 cuartos being equal to 1 real. The absence of officially minted cuartos in the 19th century was alleviated in part by counterfeit 2 cuarto coins made by Igorot copper miners in the Cordilleras. A currency system derived from coins imported from Spain, China and neighboring countries was fraught with various difficulties. Money came in different coinages, and fractional currency in addition to the real and the cuarto also existed. Money has nearly always been scarce in Manila, and when it was abundant it was shipped to the provinces. An 1857 decree requiring the keeping of accounts in pesos and centimos was of little help to the situation given the existence of copper cuartos worth 160 to a peso. The Spanish gold onza. In reality the gold peso has increased in value to approx. 2 silver pesos. Concurrent with these events is the establishment of the Casa de Moneda de Manila in the Philippines in 1857. The mintage starting 1861 of gold 1, 2 and 4 peso coins according to Spanish standards, and the mintage starting 1864 of fractional 50, 20 and 10 centimo silver coins also according to Spanish standards. In 1897 Spain introduced 1 peso silver coins with the bust of King Alfonso XIII. As well as 5 and 10 centimos the peseta coins for circulation in the Philippines as 1 and 2 centimos the peso. The Spanish Filipino peso remained in circulation and were legal tender in the islands until 1904, when the American authorities demonetized them in favor of the new U.S. Philippine peso. The first paper money circulated in the Philippines was the Philippine peso fuerte issued in 1851 by the country's first bank, the El Banco Español Filipino de Isabel II, convertible to either silver pesos or